This is Gary Atencio with CNTV, and today we're in Louisville, Colorado. We are here at the Vital Potential. Since 2010, this integrative clinic has been providing alternative and holistic health by performing tailored massages, really holistic training and education for folks out there. I'm here with the president as well as a practitioner here. Share with me a little bit, first of all, Jamie, go back a little bit, 10, 11 years ago. Quite honestly, you didn't fall into this type of training by accident. This is something that's quite personal to you. Share with me your story.
Yeah, it is quite personal. I was disabled 100% by the state. I was in a terrible car accident and I walked with a cane and found out that through working with multiple doctors, I was on 50 medications at one point in time and working with lots of practitioners. And after finding that I was allergic to quite a few foods and some of the medications and changing my lifestyle, I am now the healthy, happy person I am today. And I'm now able to offer that forward to my clients and to our clients that we all work together and collaborate on.
You've got quite a few practitioners here under one roof. Ray, touch on a little bit here how it is that you got involved in this industry yourself.
I had a previous career and was laid off through economy and all of that type of stuff, and I found Jamie while I was in school for massage therapy, and their vision seemed like something that I was very interested in.
Let me ask you guys, first of all, for viewers out there that aren't aware of what the word holistic means, share with them a little bit what holistic is.
Holistic is the whole package, the physical, the emotional, the spiritual, and really the environmental aspects of the entire body. So what we really specialize in is taking all of those pieces and creating a specialized plan for each individual person sitting in front of us.
How important is it nowadays for folks to really educate themselves, find out what information is out there, and then kind of see what you're drawn to? How important is that?
I think that's extremely important. We're all about giving the client or our patient the choice and really the responsibility to take their health in their own hands. And that's why we really like to tailor our sessions and our education for those clients who are ready and willing to do that work.
Let's start off first of all with craniosacral therapy. Tell me what that big word is and what does it do for us?
Craniosacral therapy works with the entire craniosacral system, which includes the brain, the spinal cord, and all the fluids that surround and bathe the spinal cord and the brain. And what we do with that is they're really gentle adjustments using very small touch, kind of the weight of a quarter on someone's head or any part of their body. And really what craniosacral therapy does is connects with the internal physician inside and helps to unwind and move stuck things in the body and the system.
How does that differ from neuromuscular therapy?
Neuromuscular therapy, very different. That can be where we go all the way down into the bone, where we're really working a very specific area. So somebody rips their shoulder open and has a rotator cuff issue. Now their shoulder sits like this. Neuromuscular therapy would come in, readjust the shoulder, all the muscles, the attachments, and really create an area where the body can move in a new structure. Yeah.
Ray, let me ask you this. We're starting to learn slowly here in the West that our environment is really a big key factor in our health. Obviously, you're somebody that likes the computer screen. You spend many hours in front of it. Share with me a little bit some of the environment therapy that you guys are able to do. I mean, be it color essence or gem. What are some of the areas you guys touch on here?
The flower essences and the gem essences are just a way of capturing the resonance of that essence in nature and then using it. There's certain places on the body that each one can resonate with and help bring healing and wholeness to that area. There's a lot of very interesting, groundbreaking research that Jamie is doing as well as others are doing on the effects that these essences have on the body.
Many times we here in the West, we feel a lot of these therapies, they're new. Wow, this sounds like a really cool new thing. But quite honestly, they've been around for hundreds of thousands of years, and we're just basically starting to understand what they mean to our bodies.
Yeah, you're correct. Especially color therapy, it ranges back to Cleopatran kind of ages, where they talk about using colors in different rooms to saturate energy fields. There's certain temples out in Egypt where they're lined with amethyst, that beautiful purple gemstone that helps enlighten people and really connect to their body.
I'm definitely fascinated by it because, quite honestly, in high school, I learned about the heart. I learned about our blood, how important the blood is, and the heart pumping it. We didn't learn things like lymph. We didn't understand what the lymphatic system did for us, or basically how it moves through our body. Touch on a little bit how you guys are able to help folks that walk in.
What all of our practitioners specialize in is being able to work with that whole body system, including the lymph, the cranial sacral. And if we were to see somebody with lymphatic drainage as a specific therapy that we would be using, I would think of some of my oncology clients who have lymphedema or the risk of lymphedema. Perhaps they had lymph nodes removed and now that area is compromised. And so the client or the patient really needs to be taught how to modify and work with that area so that the lymph can be moved when they first start to notice flow being blocked before it engorges and they have terrible pain or loss of limb or even loss of range of motion.
What about massage? Is that something, there are certain modalities of massage that can help that as well?
Oh yeah, certain modalities, especially range of motion or sports types of massage where you're really working with the fascial lines and unwinding areas of stuck tension or stress or areas that have been damaged and have adhesions and kind of physical scar tissue that needs to be unwound and broken apart, and that's what manual massage comes in and does, especially the neuromuscular, and then the lymphatic drainage moves and opens the area and flushes it of all of its kind of metabolites and stuck tissue kind of forces in there that make the tissue hurt.
Ray, right now we're basically showing the viewers on the screen different modalities of massage that you guys have. Touch on a few of them that you specialize in yourself.
I specialize in a lot of different things with Swedish deep tissue massage, reflexology, as well as then the cranial sacral, lymph drainage. Reflexology is one of the coolest modalities that we do. It has a lot to do with the way that the brain will map the body and how nerve endings in both the feet, the hands, and then in the ears as well can actually access the entire body.
Basically, folks come in for a massage. Obviously, they're looking for relaxation. Many times they're looking for relief. What is it that you try to create in that 1 hour or an hour and a half?
Well, it would be a client-centered hour of basically assessing what it is that they need, whether they're looking for just relaxation, stress release, or if there's a certain area of the body that had been giving them trouble, pain, or anything like that. And after a discussion with them, we would have a massage session where we would work on the area best for them that day, and that way they can leave feeling great.
Obviously, massage is good for anybody. We're talking about babies, children, all the way up to the elderly. One of the areas your specialty is prenatal. Share with me why that is important during that moment of life.
During those early stages of pregnancy and even into the later stages of pregnancy, women go through a lot of stress and a lot of changes in their bodies. A lot of times pain in the feet, lower back, stuff like that. I am very good at relieving the stress and the pain of being pregnant.
Have you noticed a lot of people when they come in, they may feel or look a certain way, and then what are some of the results that you've heard from them specifically?
That they feel fantastic, they feel lighter, they have no pain in their feet or lower back anymore. I get great responses from all of my clients.
What I like about a clinic that you have here with so much going on under one roof is the fact that you really got different people who specialize in different areas. So therefore, basically, that's what you mean when you're talking about uniquely tailored massage. Touch on that a little bit more for me.
Well, what's really neat is not only do we have 3 massage therapists here, but I'm also a certified herbalist and nutritionist. And so we really like to blend all of those pieces together. So when somebody comes and sees Ray for massage, what they do at our round table every week that we discuss our clients anonymously to get feedback and resources, we would refer, Ray would post the case and he would say, this is what's going on with it. And I'd say, what about the nutritional status of this client? And then Ray can go and consult with them, or he can refer them to me to have deeper, more in-depth consultation that's specifically tailored for their needs.
I like the fact that any more folks are more concerned about non-invasive treatments. I mean, they're looking for things that are basically not only going to take care of a problem, but also keep us healthy so these problems don't manifest themselves. One of those ways is that of like Reiki or chakra balancing. Share with me a little bit what you're able to offer.
So with our energy therapies, we have it's kind of our large umbrella term because each one of our practitioners uses a different form spectrum of energy therapy. Things ranging from Reiki, healing touch, Flora Corona, where we're using the floral elixirs to work on acupuncture zones and points that can balance the system without needles.
How did you get involved in this type of industry with energy work?
Through my own experience, I worked with a therapist for a long time, and I discovered afterward that we had really been doing what people call energy work, which is working with my body and my emotions in a way that I could communicate with it through colors and sounds and words and just all kinds of other things.
How long does it normally take for somebody to actually see some experience that is positive?
These days, it can be immediately. For some people, it can take 2 to 6 weeks. It really just depends on their system, on their level of showing up for themselves, and on just where they're at.
For someone who has never tried something like this before, not sure how that would go, what would you tell the first timer?
I would tell a first timer just to be present, pay attention to yourself, and definitely communicate with the person that you're working with everything you're thinking, feeling, or seeing, and that will guide it. Energy work is guided by you, not by anybody else.
What about for folks out there, other professionals like yourselves? Are you guys there for support for them as well? Because I imagine it can take a lot out of a person doing this kind of work as well.
We are absolutely there for support, and that's why our collective works so well together, because things like eating right and having the right nutrients in your body can definitely help to make this a much more comfortable process. It used to be very uncomfortable for a lot of people. It's getting less and less so, just as the energy of the world is changing. So it doesn't have to be something that drains you or that is really rough, especially with the right kind of support in other areas.
Is it a good way for folks to actually experience something like this, or maybe learn a little bit more through the classes that you guys offer as well?
Absolutely. We have all kinds of classes and workshops that people can come in, they can kind of get a taste without being in the spotlight and having to do something that they haven't really even understood or looked into yet. Absolutely.
Viewers, take a look at the bottom of the screen right there. What you're going to see is their website. On the website, first of all, you're going to learn a little bit more about the practitioners. I'm sitting down with just a couple of them here, but basically throughout the piece, we've been showing you a little bit of what goes on here in Louisville. You can also take a look there at the testimonials. Basically, they've had great success with many folks that have walked in here with maybe a problem they've had for many, many years, and they start relieving, getting some stress relieved, and basically understanding that they play a part in all this, as well as their body is pretty much designed to take care of itself if we'll just step aside and direct it in that direction. Share with me a little bit of what has been the response since you've opened, and how are people taking to it?
Well, the response has been quite lively, actually. We've met the public on Fridays, and we are really starting to draw in a crowd that we didn't have in Denver, especially the children and the prenatal crowd that we really weren't touching into when we were down in Denver. And now we have the opportunity to really reach a wider variety of clientele that is right on line with the heart-centered work that we're offering.
So a wider variety of clientele, but yet at the same time, you're really feeling part of the community.
Very much so, especially because in Louisville, they don't have an apothecary or even a local like herbal stand, and that's what we're being able to offer here is full wellness. There's small wellness centers, but not the comprehensive networking that we're really offering here.
So think back 10, 11 years ago, basically now you're able to help others the same way that you no longer really inside that same body that you were 10 or 11 years ago, and now you're able to see other people in the same way. How's it make you feel?
Makes me feel amazing. I can't believe on reflection that I was that person walking with a cane and crouched over and on 50 medications. And now I'm somebody who can really offer that forward through experience and understanding.
Viewers, last time, take a look at the bottom of the screen. Their website is right there, as well as their contact information. We're talking about a complete integrative health approach here, holistically understanding that they're not just looking at one piece of the puzzle. They are a team that basically is listening to you, understanding what it is that basically got you to where you are today, and hopefully putting you somewhere on to a new path. That is the Vital Potential since 2010. This is Gary Atencio with CNTV. And if you don't know, now you know. This is Gary Atencio with CNTV, and today we're in Denver, Colorado. Once again, we're at Fischer Van Lines Moving and Storage. Since 2004, they have been providing high-quality moving and low prices for the folks of Denver and the surrounding areas. Jeff, let me begin first of all. Basically, you've been building a family legacy, one move at a time, many years here. What is it that got you started here in this industry?
Well, about 9 years ago, going on 10, I had been a mover off and on for about 13 years. And I was just starting a family, and I wanted to actually support my family on a different level. And I was actually going to church meetings, and I was inspired to start my own company when I was going to my meetings, and because I was searching for something, and I felt well, it says on the front of all my trucks, God moves in mysterious ways. I felt like God was pushing me to start my own company. And
folks are moving. They're moving to a new house, new apartment. It's an exciting time, but quite honestly, it can be a stressful time as well because they've got to do it in a timely fashion. They've also got to make sure that it's done safely. Is that why folks out there turn to professionals like you guys?
Oh yeah, we're trying to make the move as least stressful as possible and make sure everything goes smoothly and without a hitch, and get it done the way it should be done.
Right now we're standing in front of a couple of your trucks here. Quite honestly, you guys have some of the largest trucks in the industry. Share with me the fleet that you guys provide for folks.
well, this one right here is actually the first truck I started with. We call her Pioneer for the obvious reason of it started everything. She used to be a U-Haul years and years ago, and we created our black and gold beauties. But this is our 17-footer, and we have three different sizes. We have 17, 25, and 36-footer. We actually have a 42-foot that just got added to the fleet a couple of weeks back. This one goes at our lowest rate for a truck and two guys, and obviously the larger trucks go at higher rates. But they do bigger jobs, and these do the apartments.
And so basically, if a folks out there, they need a truck, you guys have them taken care of. What about for folks who maybe they've got their own truck already? Are you guys able to provide the manpower to get those loaded and unloaded for the folks as well?
Yeah, we can do that if they have their own truck, or if they're using relocation cubes, we can go out there and get that loaded for them. And we bring all the dollies and supplies we need to get that done for them.
You guys pride yourself on the fact that you're talking about a high quality move, friendly service, low prices, no hidden fees out there. Obviously, if you get on the line out there, you can see testimonials that really back up your reputation. You guys have a great standing on Angie's List. Basically, you're out there as well on the Better Business Bureau. We're talking about a gold member of Thumbtack. Basically, at the end of the day, are you always trying to improve that reputation?
Oh yeah, we've been top mover on Yelp for the last 6 years. Thank you so much, Denver, for that. We are all about making our people happy. We are nothing without the recommendations of our past customers. It means everything to us to have a happy customer, because that makes us feel like we're doing what we're there to do, and that is bringing the best service possible in Denver, Colorado.
Let's break down some of these details that really separate you guys from your competition. First of all, you guys are really sure that at the end of the job, folks are going to be happy. One of the reasons that they really pay for the job at the end, many times not even a deposit required up front. Share with me how that works.
There is no deposit down if it's a Monday through Friday job. We did just start doing deposits for a weekend job. It is low. It is only a $45 deposit that does go towards your move when that happens. But essentially, all you got to do is give us a call, and we walk you through how many guys you need, what size truck you need, let you know everything that's coming complimentary with the truck, like shrink wrap, tools for disassembly and reassembly, the pads, the straps, dollies, rug runners, wardrobe boxes, shrink wrap. Again, all that stuff is complimentary. And then, once they want to book, we just take down their information, and we'll give them a confirmation call a few days before the move, and then we show up on the day of the move and get everything done.
Get her done. That sounds great. Let me ask you this. I mean, for folks out there, it's very tempting sometimes to hire family and friends, try to get the move done. Quite honestly, if something goes wrong, there's no insurance there. Share with me some of the insurance that's involved here with going with a professional.
We're required to have a $750,000 aggregate insurance policy, but we do carry a $2 million aggregate insurance policy. When it comes to moving and storage, having family and friends, that's cute. but there's nothing like having a professional doing the job for you. There's an art to what we do when it comes to disassembly, reassembly of your furniture, how to carry the furniture out of the house, how to stack and pack the back of a truck, how to pad wrap. There is an art to everything that we do, and we only hire the best.
So some serious sweat behind that art.
Oh, yes, sir. It is not for the light at heart.
I believe
sir.
that. Let me
Nobody
ask
likes
you this.
that.
You go down the road here, you're able to see rental trucks with low prices plastered on the side, then only to find out later on that you're going to pay for the dolly, you're going to pay for the quilted padding, you're going to pay for the rug runners, you're going to pay for, you name it. You guys don't believe in those hidden fees. You kind of like putting everything up front for folks.
Yes, sir. We're all about what you see is what you get. And if my guys ever give you any kind of misinformation, we will do our best to make sure that you understand it. We try to tell you every fee that you are possibly going to have from the beginning to the end, so there is no surprises whatsoever, and that's what we're all about here.
Excellent. I mean, a lot of companies out there, they charge what they call a portal-to-portal fee, which is basically when their guys leave the place and they get back. When does the clock start going here? Are we talking about the client's door, back to the client's door?
Our time starts when we get to the customer's house, and then ends when everything's off the truck and everything's where they want it in their new home.
Many times, folks, we're put in a situation where we have to put a move together rather quickly. Basically, a lot of times we're working during the weekdays. We have to do it on the weekends. Do you guys charge extra for the weekends? Do you charge extra because it's a rush fee? Explain to me.
No, sir. Moving's moving, and there's no other way to dial that in. If it's a last-minute job, if it's a job that you called, 2 months ahead of time, thank God for that, because obviously your stuff is going to be more prepared. But we'll get in there and get it done however you need us to do it. If we have it available, we're there the same day. We're there next day. We don't do any extra charges for a last-minute job.
We've moved several times. I've moved from New York to Wisconsin and Wisconsin to Colorado, and I've just learned that you really have to choose a professional moving company if you want it done right. It's the second time, and I was so impressed with them the first time. I specifically asked for Harry. I call him my moving hero. He's just been awesome, and the rest of the crew's been awesome. They're just consummate professionals, know what they're doing, show up on time, are careful with our stuff. We've never had anything broken, and they're just fun to work with. So I would definitely recommend using Fisher.
Once again, that's why we come on out with Consumer News Television. We love these guys out here. There's no stair fee. There's no extra mileage fee if you're here in the Denver area. No distance fees. Quite honestly, they're going to be up front with you. So if you go to their website right there, check out their quote right there. You can just click on it there. They'll walk you through some steps, ask you some questions, and then basically somebody's going to reach out and contact you and find out they've got everything taken care of, so there's no surprises. You're also going to see some great links that they have provided right there. This is a family-owned and operated business with Sheba the mascot at the helm. I mean, you really can't go wrong. Basically, this is a complete crew out here that knows exactly what they're doing, and they have for some time. Really, we're talking about, like you said, it's an art loading some of this stuff. Are you guys able to handle things like pianos, pool tables, antiques, fine furniture, the whole 9 yards?
Yeah, grand pianos, upright pianos, we can do that. We can definitely do your pool tables, your antiques. We do fine furniture, antique delivery. If it's something we haven't seen before, we'll learn how to do it and get it done. But I'm pretty sure there's nothing out there we haven't seen yet. So,
last time, folks, take a look at the bottom of the screen right there. That is Fisher Van Lines Moving and Storage. Basically, since 2004, they have been moving your furniture, moving your homes, your belongings, and your valuables across Denver. This is Gary Atencio with CNTV. And if you don't know, now you know. Until next time, if you know of a business who you feel the whole city should know about, nominate them, we'll send a reporter out. This is Gary Atencio from CNTV, and if you don't know, now you know.
Canine Rehabilitation and Conditioning Group leads the industry of animal rehabilitation, and our caring team will help your dog or cat to feel stronger, move better, and get back into the game of life. Our rehabilitation experts are leading the industry of restoring quality of life to geriatric, injured, overweight, post-operative, and neurological or otherwise compromised dogs through physical therapy and integrative veterinary approaches.